Coming up in today's food adventure, the only place in China where you can walk into a traditional Chinese massage studio and be welcomed with espresso.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. It's really good. Every bank features a coffee machine front and center.
这多少钱？
不用钱的，免费的。
怎么可以做免费的？
Where the local aunties and uncles, they don't drink tea, they drink espresso. This small Chinese county has decades of migration to Europe, so you'll find everything from Master Iberico ham carvers to Austrian ice wine tastings.
Dankeschön für die Eiswein.
To restaurants serving the kind of Western food that was popular in China 30 years ago.
Remember the feeling of how Chinese people saw General Tso's chicken and orange chicken? That's how we feel.
Where one dish in particular really challenged me.
I don't want to eat this. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it.
Stay tuned.
Hello, and welcome to another Chinese food adventure, and welcome to the Chinese county that has broken my brain. Let me give you the footnotes. I'm here in a place called Qingtian, where the population is around 500,000 people, but almost 400,000 of those people are actually returned overseas Chinese.
What this refers to are people who leave China to live and work overseas before eventually returning home. In Qingtian's case, the vast majority of those returnees have come back from Spain and Italy.
So they've brought a lot of things with them. They've brought the money they've made overseas, they've brought the culture with them as well.
One of the most obvious ways this manifests is in Qingtian's cafe culture. You'll find coffee shops absolutely everywhere here.
So to help me explain this, I've got Shanshan here.
So 2 years ago, when I first entered this place, one of the immediate things that broke my brain was that you will see 50-year-old grandpa drinking 2 espressos a day.
Which is very unusual for China. Like,
yeah, yes. So I delved a little bit deeper and I learned that there are 30 years of coffee drinking histories in this specific county and over 700 coffee shops.
Which is honestly crazy when you think about it. Shanghai, the coffee capital of the world, has over 10,000 cafes, serving a population of around 30 million people. That's roughly one cafe for every 3,000 residents. Here in Qingtian, there are more than 700 cafes, serving just 500,000 people. That's one cafe for every 714 residents.
You see a lot of foreign food as well. I've seen Italian restaurants, Spanish restaurants, and also with the architecture like this. I mean, check out this bridge. It looks like something out of Paris. Anyway, it's morning time.
Yes.
We haven't had our coffee yet, so let's see just how good this coffee is. We've just gone to the closest one. We're in the middle of this very, very normal residential compound. Just normal buildings. We've got a group of ais and shushus over here playing cards, and you have this very modern looking coffee store. And not only is the look and feel of the coffee store very kind of out of place, but the menu it's something like I would find in Italy. For example, you open up the menu and the first thing you see is espresso, which is really not something you see a lot in China. My husband loves to drink espresso, but he has to ask for it specifically. It's usually not even on the menu. And then they've got stuff like affogato. They've got a mocha, two things that I rarely see on a Chinese coffee store menu.
So the question I had was, how did such a distinctly European espresso culture end up here in rural China?
You probably come over and see a lot. It's very mountainous. We walk up, you know, it's a mountain places in the past means barren land and not having enough place to farm. So people here used to be really, really poor. So in the 50s and earlier, a lot of people went to different part of the world. But this specific county, people basically all go to Italy and Spain. So everyone here, for example, the owner here or someone that the grandpa who are playing poker cards, they probably have a relative somewhere in Spain and Italy. They would move overseas to do businesses, open bazaars or open food carts. If you have been living in Spain and Italy for 30, 40 years, I mean, European style coffee would be part of your daily life.
And seeing this merging of the Eastern and Western culture really does boggle my brain here in Qingtian.
So Shanshan has been telling me about this massage place. You walk inside and there is a coffee machine front and center. I can say in my 13 years of living in China, I have never seen a coffee machine in a massage store.
And also top quality espresso machine.
It's so random. 很多顾客喜欢喝咖啡吗？
喜欢喝，他们是可能是有些是国外回来的，有些是朋友带朋友，然后他们喝了这个咖啡觉得很好喝，所以他们很喜欢喝。一天我们也可能是要打100来杯呢，100来杯。
一天？
要，你只有你来泡脚推拿。我们就免费送你咖啡。
So you bet we're getting a massage here today. Guys, I've seen and experienced a lot in this country, but this is a definite first for me.
先问一下，你们两位有家人在西班牙还是意大利吗？
意大利，我女儿女婿他们爸爸妈妈都在那边。
你去过吗？
去过。
你觉得怎么样？意大利？
还可以。
你喝这个吗？你喝过吗？
喝啊，
你喜欢吗？
喝的，
啊，你每天都喝还是？
每天都喝，每天2杯。
Let's try. Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
We have already had a lot of coffee, otherwise we would have 1 cup for each.
还好再倒1杯给你。
不用了，再喝，要喝不完了。
你要喝几杯，我们打给你几杯，你这个够了，我们不要。你再喝没关系。
你去意大利才开始喝咖啡吗？还是你从小都喝咖啡？
从小一般都喝。我姐妹很多在国外，他们都带过来，我们都学起来了。
I feel like coffee is the tea of this county. Like where
very
people
specific county.
yeah, like where people would typically drink tea, people are drinking coffee here.
Yes.
Like we're passing so many little parlors for playing poker and
drink
snacks,
coffee.
and it's coffee, but usually that would be tea. In a massage parlor like this, if they're giving you anything, it would be tea, because I feel like massage falls under the TCM.
Yeah.
Coffee is not anywhere near the realm of TCM as far as I know.
It's from South America.
What I find interesting about Qingtian here is, for the most part, it's very kind of isolated.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's this small county that suddenly has so many coffee stores and coffee machines that doesn't seem to have seeped into other areas around it. It's
Yeah.
very much like
Yeah.
only here.
Okay, since we're both extremely caffeinated by this point, let's go get some lunch Qingtian style.
This is one of the oldest Western restaurants in this city. So it's a childhood memory for a lot of Qingtian people. Their first probably bite of Western food is in this restaurant. We're going to taste the origin of Western food in China.
So for example, you will see you will have fruit salad and banana salad. I know, that's a
I just think it's funny that you can take me to the middle of Guizhou province and we eat literally the raw stomach juice of a goat. Yeah, let's do it. Give me a salad with dragon fruit, banana, and tomato. Hard limit.
But that's the traditional like Chinese spaghetti.
Black pepper spaghetti.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because maybe people think it just goes one way. Like in Australia, Chinese food in Australia has been adapted to Australian taste, and it's almost unrecognizable.
Yeah, this is adapted to Chinese taste. Yeah, that's a very traditional Chinese pasta.
They've got all these plates here with some kind of schnitzel or like crumbed meat with pasta and egg all on one plate. It's just kind of like your foreign stereotypes on a plate. Can I put in a request for the cheesecake, the Basque cheesecake? That looks so good.
Yeah, right now this restaurant is even more interesting. The owner's dad like kind of was the first wave of people who returned back to the roots and opened the restaurants. Now we're in the second generation. And now he made handmade pasta, Neapolitan style pizza, and then he wants to tell people that now we have upgraded into like a more authentic realm of it. So now that this menu basically literally encapsulates 30 years of everything that happens in this region. So you have Chinese food, you have old style, the fruit salad that you don't really want to eat, and Neapolitan style pizza and handmade pasta.
And for whatever you'll be eating, it seems you've got the correct utensil for it, plus a straw. Well, let's get our knife ready, shall we, as we prepare to dig into our steak platter.
Let me just tell you what we've got on this plate right here. We have a slab of meat with some gravy on it. We have some pasta with just ketchup on top. We have an egg, and we have 1 piece of broccoli.
When I was 12 years old, that was my first encounter of Western food.
I like ketchup, but not right on noodles. This is just like, I feel like an Italian actually coming here and having this pasta with just ketchup on top
fantastic.
is kind of like an Italian eating pineapple pizza.
Remember the feeling of how Chinese people saw General Tso's chicken and orange chicken? That's how we feel.
And this is our very authentic black pepper sauce.
Very authentic. It looks good.
Yeah, it's a steak.
It does. I have so much to say. So is this what you thought steak was growing up? Like a
Let me quality control this.
because it's super soft. It almost tastes like it's been tenderized.
Oh yeah, right. Then yes, absolutely.
It reminds me more of meat that I would get in a stir fry than. It's tasty, but that's not a steak. Steak. I mean, I feel quite strongly about steak as an Australian because I grew up eating steak.
Oh, yeah.
It should be thicker. You should be able to see a little pink in there. We are medium rare people.
Yeah, no,
this is completely cooked through. Steak, but not as we know it.
Oh, it's delicious.
And the sauce on top is definitely, it's peppery, it's a gravy, but yeah, I never ate a steak like that growing up.
Oh, what about this tomato sauce and ketchup noodle?
I've been stalling that, to be honest. You know, it tastes exactly like pasta with ketchup.
It's staying in the menu because it belongs to memory of older generations. This restaurant itself does not only serve this, just so that the boss don't kill me.
But since we're on the theme of nostalgic Chinese Western food, here's our fruit salad, complete with banana, apple, orange, dragon fruit, tomato, raisins, and a mayonnaise sauce.
Welcome to my childhood memory of salad.
I don't want to eat this.
You hype yourself up so much.
I don't want to eat this. Okay, lie don't lie. Let's go in there. I'm gonna get a bit of banana, a bit of orange, one raisin. How is it that stomach juice, raw, straight from the goat, is easier to eat than this? You can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it.
It's just mayo with bananas.
It's not bad. It's just a lot to process.
What's in your head right now? What's going on?
Well, firstly, I don't think I've ever combined banana and orange. I feel like they're two very opposing flavor profiles, like the creamy sweetness with that citrus. So that was a lot. And then the mayonnaise in there, the bridge between the two.
The deliciousness.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just a lot to process. While Shanshan eats this, take that away from me. I want to take a quick 30 seconds to thank the sponsor of today's video, the Insta360 X5. I take this with me everywhere because it helps me get shots that I wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. I'm a one-woman show. I don't have a videographer with me, so I can just put this down and know that everything is always captured.
So you can enjoy the moment without worrying about filming or the angle, just stay present.
It's got two lenses, so it's capturing 360 degrees. The selfie stick is invisible, so you can get some really cool shots. And by using the app, you can bring your content to life with whatever angle that you want it to be. So if you're interested in checking out the Insta360 X5, you can check out the link in the description for an exclusive discount.
But now it's time for our black pepper, very authentic Chinese pasta.
It's a stir-fried noodle, basically, but in a pasta format. To eat that, you use the right utensil.
So this is the authentic way to
Yeah.
eat this dish. Okay.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah, right? Chinese people know their stir-fries.
The pasta is al dente. You've got that black pepper flavor profile, which is really nice because it's contrasted well against the paprika in this as well as the onion. I love it. It's tasty.
We forgot one other main star. We have Chinese food here.
So what is this over here that was
That's just like a regular 干锅包菜. That's how people eat here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 干锅包菜with pasta.
Delicious.
We do Chinese food right.
I would agree. I think, weirdly enough, this might be my favorite dish on the table.
Or at least it was before our pizza arrived. Would you check out this beauty? As for who's delivered it to our table, it's none other than the restaurant owner, Hao.
你好.
你好.
I'm here with the boss of this restaurant. So, how did you start? Wait, let's go back because I also heard that you grew up and was born in Austria.
Exactly. Actually, I was in Ungarn, also in Budapest.
Oh, sprichst du Deutsch?
Ja, ein bisschen. Also nicht ganz, schon ein bisschen.
Ja, besser als meine. Mein Deutsch ist nicht gut.
Ich habe mich auch schon circa 3 oder 4 Jahre nicht mehr Deutsch gesprochen.
Oh, schön.
So, wir Sprechpartner. Ne?
Okay, not perfect. Was Chinese and German is mixing in my brain. I was about to say, what's that?
I was exactly the same situation. Just 语言切换, if you change the language, sometimes my head will just shut down or something like that. Yeah.
So schwer. Warum bist du hier? Warum magst du das? Which language will you choose?
Exactly, I was thinking about that. So, first question. Why am I here? Because of the corona, and I actually work in Austria, and we are all home working. So I was feeling like, yeah, this is not the life that I want. So I want to try to come back to China. My dad had this restaurant, so I want to help him a little bit more, or I don't know.
Why did your dad start this restaurant? Was he in Spain or Italy?
He was in Germany first, and then go to Italy, and then finally station is in Austria. 30 or 40 years ago, Qingtian is really very poor. Everyone have to leave to Qingtian to make money. So most of Qingtian person, they have no idea what to do, so they just go to Europe, American, everywhere, Australian, everywhere. So yeah, my dad is also one of them.
I've had some interesting dishes here already. I had this Chinese interpretation of steak.
30 or 40 years ago, Qingtian, yeah, we can't eat this food like that often. So we only can eat like in Happy New Year in Qingtian. So that means really good memory for our, I mean, as I was a child.
So you would have this steak dish when you were young as like a celebration dish.
Exactly. So that's why we have to eat still on 2026. A couple of years ago, I was told my dad, so come on, it's 2025 or something like that. Yeah, we have to move on. I mean, we can get a better sticks, but it means also more expensive. People doesn't like, I mean, why I have to pay that much for just one stick? So it's still our top one in our restaurant.
What's your feelings on this salad as someone who grew up in Austria?
So I don't really know actually what is this. So nobody will put some, I mean, sausage on fruit. Nobody do this, but I don't know how's my dad coming this idea.
From mayonnaise fruit salad to Basque cheesecake, it's clear the new generation has taken this restaurant's European influence in a very different direction.
Can you tell me about this Basque cheesecake? Because it looks incredible.
It comes from Spain.
Yep.
I was there and I asked a lot of people, where can I get the Basque cheesecake? And there's a place called Basque.
Yeah.
I forgot in Spain how to spell it, but they got the first cheesecake in the world. So I was there, but it doesn't look like this because it is more, I mean, soft, I think so. But we taste almost the same, but also the sugar is more lower than European.
In Europe.
Yeah, because Chinese people don't like that much sugar.
You're exactly right. It's pretty much spot on to other Basque cheesecake I've had before, but way less sweet.
Exactly.
Which I'm really enjoying. It's bringing out more of the saltiness of the cheese, and I actually find it a really nice balance.
Chinese people love it.
I love it.
Thank you.
可以介绍一下这个披萨吗？
Yeah, so 这个 pizza 就是来自 Napoli 那边的一个发源地叫 Michael。我们去那里去尝试和那边的厨师去聊。I told my dad, so we have to do this in China. I think people will love it, but there's a big problem. 我们经常接收到投诉 like this. Chinese people, I mean,
don't like that.
So we change a lot, such as like on the 意大利的它会很黑很焦 so I mean European like the crispy taste or like that. Yeah, so but Chinese people may say 太焦了不行 okay 我不能接受
It's interesting
Yeah.
though, because like when I'm eating Chinese food around the world, in Italy, in Australia, wherever, everywhere has to adapt the Chinese food to suit local tastes. So also it's exactly what you're doing here.
Exactly.
Except just the opposite way around. I just find it so interesting. Where do you get your, is this ham?
Jamon.
Jamon?
Yeah, from Spain.
Oh, really good.
Shouldn't be that bad actually. I mean 90% like Napoli pizza. Napoli pizza, every restaurant tasted different. So I think I was there like 3 or 4 days. I eat about 40 pizza. Every single restaurant, the local told me this tastes good, so I'm going there. So.
It's great. What I love is the quality of the ingredients. A lot of pizza places in China, the cheese doesn't taste like cheese. The ham is processed. That ham is unbelievable.
Thank you
It
so
is
much.
so freaking good.
I wanted to learn more about Qingtian's surprisingly thriving Iberico ham trade, so I came to one of the town's distributors. Every leg of ham here has been imported directly from Spain, thanks to the business relationships that local entrepreneurs have built while living overseas.
Only in Qingtian, where there is a master of cutting Iberico ham who has been studying this for what, like 7 years now?
Yeah.
And he slices it so fine, you can literally see under it. You can see my face through this ham.
Yeah, it is so good. But it's not only the ham importing you'll find here in Qingtian. You've also got a huge community of wine importers from all over Europe, Spain, Italy, Germany, even from Serbia and Montenegro.
We've now relocated to an Austrian wine experience center, and they all speak German here. So I'm having some, my German is actually coming in handy here in China.
Meine Kollegin, die Eiswürfel nehmen, dann kommt ein Stück Eiswürfel dazu, dann schmeckt es besser.
Was ist Eiswein?
Eiswein ist aus Winterzeit mit minus 8 bis 10 Grad. Dann nach
Die Trauben kommen da.
Schön. Das ist mein erstes Mal Eiswein trinken. Ich finde das sehr, sehr, sehr schön. Süß, aber nicht so süß.
Genau.
Ich kann ein
Ganz Glas
Glas trinken.
Ja.
Ich finde das sehr, sehr gut.
Ja.
Dankeschön. Prost.
Prost.
And of course, we're in Xinjiang after all. The experience isn't complete without an espresso to wash it down. In this store here, they encouraged me to try some of this in my espresso. It's a local Chinese brand of condensed milk.
因为我们店里是奥地利的葡萄酒、奥地利的咖啡，再搭上我们中国这个品牌的熊猫炼乳，中西结合。
Which I actually think will be really nice for me. I can find espresso a little bitter at times. Oh, that's nice.
Right?
Oh, it adds like a slight sweetness and like a caramelly milkiness to the coffee. I think 我明天早上还是会配这个和这个。
那等一下给你带走。
And no, don't worry, I did not take their milk sachets. I went to a local supermarket to pick up some of my own. And here in Xinjiang, local supermarkets look a little different to others in China. They're full of imported European products.
So I guess a lot of people that live in Italy or Spain or Europe for any amount of years, they find products that they like. And then they come back to China and you don't have those products anymore. So what I find interesting is this is a foreign supermarket, not for the foreigners that live here, but for the Chinese people who have come back from, it's so interesting. And you've got all these different, cleaning products, very like local brands from all over Europe. This is funny here. So usually when you have like an open space in China, they usually hold competitions here, different things, but I've never seen a central square hold such a competition. There's a sign here for Qingtian's annual 3rd ham slicing competition. What are these cars here?
Oh, it's a kind of a tuk-tuk, but it's a local transportation. So, again, we're in a county, so we have no rental bikes. Also, we have tuk-tuks. Yeah, all tuk-tuks are 5 RMB per ride. However distance or however many people.
5 RMB later, we had arrived at our last food stop of this Xinjiang food adventure.
So we've tried the foreign food, but obviously people were eating in this region before they ever went to Europe. So I asked Shanshan if she could take me to a place where they have more like traditional snacks and foods of this city. So she's just ordering some stuff now. She's told me that some of these things I would have never tried before.
The first dish to arrive on the table is definitely something I've not seen or tried before, and Shanshan's not telling me what it is. She wants me to try it, and guess what it's made of?
It smells fishy, but it looks like pork. It's fish, right?
But the texture is a little bit more than just fish.
It's fish something, but the texture is like a little bit more glutinous or a bit more.
It's just your regular fish, but fish mixed with yam starch.
Imagine you've got fish and chips, like a really crispy outer layer, but instead of it being crispy, it's starch. So you've got that layer and it adds this extra chewiness, this extra dimension to it.
This is not the place for wheat. So there's nothing on this menu wheat about it. So everything that's made with wraps or whatever are actually made of anything but wheat.
Ooh, like this?
Yes.
These are dumplings, but I guess the wrapping is not made of wheat because you've literally just said that.
Yeah.
Is it starch?
It's made with sweet potato starch, but adding taro to it.
I love the wrapper. It's so chewy and satisfying. I mean, I love a glutinous texture. It's like stretchable. Like imagine a cheese pull, but with dumpling skin. I mean, check this out. It just keeps going and going. And it's super, super satisfying because inside you've got a little bit of a crunch and a really beautiful flavor. You've got mushrooms inside, you've got some dried shrimp, you've got pork, you've got bamboo shoot. So you've got the crunch, you've got the softness, you've got the stretchiness. The flavor is incredible and dipped in a little bit of vinegar. I think that's my favorite on the table.
But maybe I spoke too soon because this local sticky rice bowl was so incredible. It looks like almost a zongzi, but without the wrapping.
You have broth poured over the 糯米饭 and then adding a lot of different seasonings.
I mean, look at that.
And then imagine you have a bite of this glutinous rice and then with the broth underneath, it kind of cuts also the dryness of it. Should be delicious. Yeah.
That is so hearty.
Right? It's like the comfort food. One of the things my friend told me, local friend told me, was that when overseas Chinese return back to Xinjiang, their breakfast or their morning starts with dropping the kids to school and coming over to maybe not specific this restaurant, but a local breakfast place to eat all the things that we have on the table to kind of return back to their home heartedness. And then go to bank to have coffee.
So they even do coffee in a bank.
Espresso in banks for free.
Okay, this I need to see. So here's the bank here, you walk in and bam, there's the coffee machine front and center, complete with a full coffee menu for you to choose from.
谢谢谢谢。这是多少钱？
不用钱的，免费的。
怎么可以做免费的？
这是银行给客户那个喝的。
好的。Okay, so I can have my coffee needs met, also get out some money or figure out my banking.
And just when I thought this might be the most unlikely coffee location, I then arrived at Qingtian railway station.
It's a very small regional station, and usually in a train station of this size, you'll be lucky if you have a convenience store, like a small family mart or something. But of course, we're in Qingtian. This is just really tickling my pickle. We have a coffee nook, a beautiful coffee nook, a boutique cafe. You don't even see this at the biggest railway stations in China. Usually you'll find like the big franchises, like a Starbucks. Actually, now that I think about it, I have not seen one Starbucks here in Qingtian.
And you know what? It makes perfect sense to me.
This is really cool. I've just run into a subscriber. Where are you from?
Italy, Rome.
You originally come from Qingtian or
No, my parents. I just came here just to visit my grandmother.
What do you think of Qingtian?
I think it's like a pretty special, unique county, especially like here in China, because as you said, like the coffee is like super particular. Because for me, actually, I believe it's kind of better than Italian one.
In what way?
Yeah. No, because like here in Xinjiang, basically the people they went to Italy, so they went to all the professional training and everything. While in Italy, many bars and they are kind of improvised barista, so maybe sometimes they do burn the coffee. While here they are very precise.
The coffee has been incredible. Do you like the coffee here?
Yeah. I just came here just to have a coffee. I'm happy to meet you.
I think we're ending this in a very appropriate way. One of the most confusing places I've visited in China, one of the most confusing coffee stores, and I thought the bank coffee was interesting. Anyway, one more espresso for the road. That'll bring us to the end of today's food adventure. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, make sure you're subscribed to Shanshan's channels as well. I'll put her details here. And until next week, cheers. I am so buzzed right now.